Is going on, boys? I got some more casual EX3 gameplay for you guys, featuring one of my favorite decks that I've kind of brought back from the past, and then versus one of my favorite decks from the EX3 format, at least as far as casual plays goes. We're playing against Dragon Linkz here over on the right. So we're going to see Digimon hard played for 4. This deck has a really cool gimmick if you're not familiar with it. Basically, they rely on their tamer there, Hina, and their tamer lets them trigger on plays as if they were on Digivolve effects. So you basically like set up your Hinas, build up your stack, and then get really powerful effects for just evolving your Digimon. And then basically go into your boss monsters, who are Metallic Dramon and Volcanic Dramon, both of which have really powerful on-play effects. Guys, I am playing LordKnightmon over on the right, off to a pretty decent start, hatching the Upamon and then playing the Reinforced Boost. Getting the TK on top of security for free is really pog, being able to just activate that for free basically whenever my opponent swings. And then setting me to 3, getting a free card, looking at my security super broken. So we're just going to see the Jazzerdmon Digivolve on top of the Vorbomon, and then playing the Hina for 3, which is kind of one of the problems of the deck, is basically like Hina's really good, they're over-reliant on Hina, but you basically need to see 1 before you can even trigger any of the really good effects, because you're never going to be able to like hard play Volcanic and use that effect. You're going to always need the Hina to play it. So you need Hina first basically around the time you're evolving to your level 5 and 4 or 5 and 6s. Because they have really strong effects as well. So you see there, I'm just going to stack in the back, Digivolving Starmons, Pedomons, double yellow memory boost, getting set up a little bit, and just waiting for my opponent to swing into the TK so I can look at my security, possibly grabbing some extra pluses out from there. So Hina is not going to trigger since we don't have a Digimon in play, but we are going to see the Jazzermon swing into security, grabbing me the LordKnightmon. This was first check TK into LordKnight was one of the craziest plays back in the day, but by today's standards, it's not. It's pretty terrible. Like, not even gonna lie, it's not even really good anymore. I did actually play LordKnightmon at like one of the online webcam events recently in BT9, and it did like okay. Beat like a Melga, beat like a Jessmon and stuff, but it's just like a little bit too slow. It is still a cool deck, really fun deck. So we're just going to go ahead, promote Wargromon is going to minus 4,000 on top of the level 5 there, and then we can just swing LordKnightmon into security and then play something else. Now here, I do evolve the LordKnightmon. I should have just hit into the Jazzermon here. I don't know why I did. I think I got a little bit greedy and just swung into security because I was like, oh, there's not really anything he can do to threaten me. So we're just going to play Knightmon off of the Lordknight. Again, just so much copier, man. This deck used to be so broken, and it's just crazy to me how like it's just like terrible now. We're not even, we're like a year after like set 9 or sorry, set 5 or whatever. And then we're just gonna play Kodomon, whiff on the result of that, and then just pass it over to my opponent. He's gonna go +2 because of the Hinas. And the big mistake was that now, because he's got double Hina on field, he can trigger multiple on evolves, or on plays rather. And so we are going to go into the Jazzerdmon, or Jazzerichmon, de-evolving the Lordknight, and then after that we can just go into one of the level 6s. Volcanic Dramon wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here. Metallic Dramon would be pretty nasty because it would kill the War Growl stack. And then, you know, I'd lose out on the Upamon inherited. So I'd basically need to answer the stack anyways next turn. Volcanic Dramon is going to be Digivolve here, and then utilizing the effect of Hina, triggering the on-play to delete everything with the lowest, I think it's play cost or level or something. Regardless, I'm glad I had the Kodomon on field so he wasn't able to just board wipe me. We are going to go ahead and pass turn, and I don't think at this point I had another Lordknight in my hand. If I did, I could maybe like LordKnight, Knightmon / combo, or maybe like go into the Venusmon that we searched earlier to kind of stun the Volcanic. That might be a thing, but I don't think I had. I don't think I had it in hand. We know we got the Venusmon, so I'm just going to go ahead and Digivolve Venusmon. Venusmon on evolve will give everything Sec Attack -1. And then any Digimon with Sec Attack won't be able to trigger when attacking or when evolving effects. So we won't be able to trigger the when attacking to trash a security. And then he does have Sec Attack +1 from the Jazzerichmon, so combining that with the Venusmon, he can still swing security, and it will check one card, but he just won't be able to utilize the when attacking effect. Now the really annoying thing about about my friend's deck here is that it technically doesn't really even have any when digivolving effects. It just has on play effects that are triggered as if they were one digivolving effects, but that gets around Venusmon because they're not one digivolving. So if for example you go into something like you maybe he has like a level 5 on field, he digivolves into a volcanic, and then you can then trigger the Hina effect to perhaps kill something. And so right there, literally contrary to what I was talking about. I do apologize, guys. That is going to be another misplay. Basically, there the volcanic Digimon did have sec attack -1, so it only should have checked one card here. Again, the one attacking doesn't trigger, but we did, I guess, just forget that Venus blankets sec attack -1. So in reality, it should have just hit the first card there and survived. And so that it wouldn't have died next turn. Now, we will go ahead and promote into the Pedomon here. Venusmon is going to swing into security. And then we've got the Wargroundmon, of course, but again, I don't think we have the Lord Knight here to be able to take advantage of this situation, which is really unfortunate. Not seeing Lord Knight back in the day was really unfortunate, but not seeing it now is just infinitely worse. It's just like, I literally can't do anything except just Venusmon Turbo, I guess. So we're going to pass turn with Venusmon. Once again, sec attack -1 to everything. And then the same floodgate effect applies. Hopefully we won't forget it this time. Hina will give us +2. And then again, we will be able to trigger the on play, so deleting something with 5,000 or lower. And then being able to play another Hina from hand could potentially work as well. So hence, this kind of didn't matter. Like the volcanic Digimon dying to security wasn't the biggest thing in the world, because we are going to see a huge tempo swing for my opponent being able to trigger the on-play effect of the volcanic Digimon to delete both Venusmons, effectively just putting me to 4 here. Now, once again, I should be at 3, because the Lavoromon, the Lava Greedamon, the level 5, does have the effect where if you delete something, you do get memory +1. I think you have to have a tamer here, so you do gain memory +1. So I should have started with 3, so I wouldn't have been able to Pedo, Anjomon, and memory boost. I would have just been able to, like, let's say, have that stack without the memory boost. But you guys will see in a little bit, even though I'm getting a little bit of an unfair advantage here, it's not going to matter. So at this point, Venusmon's effect has worn off, so we are all good on the one attacking effects. So we can definitely just swing security with Volcanic, checking 1, and then first, of course, trashing the top card of security. So trashing top card security, since we've got a tamer in play, and then we are realizing a little bit what kind of misplays we did, but that's okay. So we are going to second check, hit once again a Wyvern's Breath. The first one shouldn't have been hit, of course, but the second one is going to be pretty unfortunate for my opponent, deleting it, and so he's just going to start over by digivolving in the back, going to level 4 here, digivolving Lavoromon, and then just passing the turn by playing a level 5 possibly, or rather just going into Hero. Hero would be really good because it basically forces me to promote, otherwise I lose. And so once I promote, he'll start with 5 and then basically go to 7 with the memory boost and being able to go on up into level 6. So finally, LordKnightmon hits the field, being able to spawn 2 things, one off the Anjomon and then one off the LordKnightmon. LordKnightmon playing the Knightmon, Anjomon playing the Bushi. If I had double Bushi here, it might have changed some things, but we're not going to be able to attack with the Knightmon. So Bushi is going to swing, and then again, I shouldn't have this memory boost on play, so it really wouldn't have impacted anything here. I was just trying to dig for a Venusmon, but didn't really get it. So we're going to go Kazemon for 2, swinging into the last security, but to no avail, not going to be able to swing for game with the Knightmon. And so we are just going to probably pass with the second LordKnightmon that I didn't have earlier in the game. And once again, my opponent's big dragons are going to just annihilate my board. So going to 7 with the memory boost, gonna go into the Jazza Richmon for 3, triggering the on-play to just devolve one of the Lord Knights, doesn't matter too much. And then we are going to just go into Volcanic Digimon, popping something, swinging security, trashing the last card, and hitting for game. So guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I do apologize about the misplays. Again, I try to not like include them, or if they are still in there, I'll point them out, and they're usually not too consequential to the actual results of the game, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Dragon Linkz, an absolutely terrible deck by today's standards, is just absolutely eviscerating the best deck from set 5. Kind of interesting when you look at Digimon's power creep, but regardless guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.